Welcome to my channel, Kuda Entertainment TV, where we focus on computer science, ICT, and anything to do with IT. It can be computer studies, it can be computer applications technology, and so forth. And later on, I would also want to take you for mathematics grade 8 and grade 9. So that is maybe after I finished the computer science IG syllabus, or maybe I can just make some videos in between and create a different playlist altogether. Alright, so today I want to demonstrate how to convert negative decimals using the method number 1. In our previous video we used the most common way, or the simple way, which I may want to refer to it as. It will be up to you to judge after I've demonstrated this one as to which one is the easiest for you. Alright, so this one, this method, this approach that you are going to be using, we are not going to be using those rules, but would be doing more with addition and subtraction, right? So you need to be well conversant with the number line, right? So remember the number line, we have got 0 up to whatever infinity in the positive direction, and then 0 to infinity in the negative direction. So you need to be very well conversant with the number line. So this is what you are going to be using in this approach. It says this is method number 2. Let me just write here method 2. Our question says convert negative 58 to binary. Convert negative 58 to binary. So with this method, you need to be able to draw up this table. So by drawing up this table is very simple. You simply have to raise 2 to the power 0 from your right to your left, up until you have 2 to the power 7. So it's from the right to the left. 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6, and 2 to the power 7. And your last binary unit, which is 128, should be a negative. It should be a negative. So in some textbooks, they refer to this method as the 2's complement method. So binary 128, right? Binary unit 128 should always be negative, and the binary unit, right, or the bit that will be underneath your negative 128 should always be a 1. It should always be a 1. But if we are representing positive numbers using this method, the binary unit, the bit under negative 128 should be a 0. But in this case, we want to represent a negative number. So therefore, the binary bit, or the bit should always be a 1. And the binary unit 128 should always be negative. Now, so let me take you through the process. So now we do 128. Now, alright, we want to add these numbers, right? We want to consider all the numbers. If added together, they will give us negative 58. So remember, in the normal number line, if we say negative 4 plus 2, it will give us what? Negative 2. That is in the number line. Negative 4 plus 2, it will give us negative 2. But if we say negative 4 minus 2, it will give us negative 6. So now let us work. Remember, we want to reach 100 what? We want to reach 58. So negative 128 plus 64, what do we get? Negative 128 plus 64. Negative 128 plus what? 60 plus 64. So negative 128 plus 64, if you want to quickly find the answer, is the same as 128 minus 64. So 128 minus 64, we have got 8 minus 4, it will give you 4, and then 2 minus 8, it can't, so therefore we carry 2 minus 12 minus 6, it will give us 6, and here we have 1. So we have what? 64. So negative 128 plus 64, it will give us 64. So 64, it will give us negative 64. So negative 64 is still less than 58, right? Negative 64 is still less than negative 58. So therefore we switch on, right? So here we have negative 64. Negative 64 plus 32, what do we get? Negative 64 plus 32. So it's 64 minus 32. 4 minus 2, we get 2, right? 6 minus 3, we get 3, right? We get negative 32. So negative 32 would be greater than negative 58. So therefore we switch off 32. Now we still have negative 64. So negative 64 plus 16, negative 64 plus 16 plus 16, it's the same as 64 minus 16. So 14 minus 6 is what? 8. And then here it becomes 2, right? 6 minus 2, it's 4. We have negative what? 48. Negative 48 again is greater than negative 58. So therefore we switch off 16 like this. We still have our negative 64. So negative 64 plus 8. Negative, so we still have negative 64, negative 64. So negative 64 plus 8, it will give us what? 64 minus 8. 64 minus 8. 14 minus 8, it's 6. Here we have a 1, 56. Negative 56. So negative 56 again is greater than what? Negative 58. So therefore we switch off binary unit 8. So we still have negative 64. Now negative 64 plus 4. Negative 64 plus 4. So negative 64 plus 4. So 64 minus 4, it will give us 60. Negative 60, right? Negative 60 is less than what? Negative 58. So we switch on binary unit 4. So we now have negative 60. Now negative 60 plus 2 is the same as 60 minus 2. It will give us negative 58. And negative 58 is equal to negative 58. So therefore we switch on binary unit 2. Then we now have negative 58. Negative 58 plus 1, it will become negative 57, which would be greater than, right? Which would be, is it greater than or less than 58? So we simply switch off binary unit 1 because it would be greater than, right? It will be greater than negative 58. This is how we represent negative numbers using this method. So this method is commonly referred to as the 2's complement. The 2's complement. It is referred to as the 2's complement approach. So it's up to you now to choose which one is easier for you. So that was the simple way, another method that we can use to represent negative numbers, or maybe you can say to convert negative decimal numbers into binary numbers. So now it's up to you to choose which one works better for you. The first method we did in the previous video. If you haven't watched that video, you can click on the link in the description below to watch that video. So with this method, you simply have to be good with your number line, right? Number line. To your right on your number line, you have got positive numbers to infinity. To the left, you have got negative numbers to the infinity. And again, you need to know the dinar number, right? The type of units, binary units that you are supposed to use in that particular question. For example, if the question was asking you to represent negative maybe 13 or negative 10, then you would simply have to use a 4-bit. You simply have to use 4-bit binary units, which are 1, 2, 4, 8. And in that case, 8 should have a negative sign, and any bit that will fall underneath your negative 8 should always be a 1. And then you now add negative 8 plus 4, negative 8 plus 2 plus 1 up until you get your negative 10 or negative 13. So that is how you do that. And if it is a number that is greater than 15, then you need to use an 8-bit binary unit, because remember, the largest ordinary number we can make out of a 4-bit binary unit is 15, and the largest ordinary number we can make out of an 8-bit binary unit is 256. So that is how you go about it. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my videos, subscribe to my channel, share my videos. Also follow me on social media platforms using the links provided in the description below. You can again contact me on my number appearing on the screen. That's the same number I use for WhatsApp. I'm available in Cape Town, Fishhook. So we can do extra lessons, online lessons, or if you're in Fishhook, we can do face-to-face, or any areas that are near to Fishhook, we can do that. Thank you very much.